What up, squad? What's poppin'? Is you ready for another reaction video? Alright, so peep it. Up next, we got new Diddy tapes show rappers crying after it was over. FBI exclusive. Oh my goodness, man. This is like, yo, I ain't gonna lie, man. The whole Diddy thing is just crazy. There's a lot going on with this trial, man. So, hey, it's just taking twists and turns everywhere, huh?
Yeah.
I think they even said, what's it called? People were complaining the fact that Kid Cudi took the stand.
I know. Y'all are some dang fools.
What was it? Which one was it? What is it that you said to me? I remember you saying something because she's been following this like crazy.
People have been calling him a snitch and a rat. Freaking Young Thug even jumped on that bandwagon.
He called him a snitch?
Yeah.
Maybe they all went to the party. That's why they all mad, because they didn't want to be exposed because they went to the party.
Oh,
that being said, if you're new to the channel, don't forget to comment, subscribe, thumbs up. Slap that red button. All right. Let's just get right into it, man, because this is crazy. Oh, hell no. I can't listen to this. Tell me when that's over.
Well,
the Diddy scandal.
There you go.
I can't listen to that. I can't listen to
like,
that right there. I can't. I'm sorry, my bad.
I didn't want to listen to it either. I went like this.
Has
and you went
officially
like that.
reached a disturbing new level, and the evidence is no longer just speculation. That leaked audio clip making rounds online, allegedly capturing Meek Mill and Diddy in a compromising moment, is just the beginning. According to federal sources,
So, yo, did they ever confirm that was Meek Mill?
No.
So it's not confirmed. That's like, so basically that's like alleged.
Yes.
Put it in the comments. Nobody has have they ever confirmed that actual audio was Meek Mill? Not that I care, but I just want to know because, I mean, they've been saying this for so long.
Yeah, putting his name all through it, so.
Yeah, so I was just wondering.
It's only right to ask.
FBI doesn't just have that one tape. They've got hours of footage showing what really went down at those infamous freak-off parties. And what's on them is being described as graphic, emotional, and deeply incriminating. And apparently, some of your fave rappers were seen crying after whatever happened was over. This isn't just celebrity gossip anymore. These tapes are going to be played in the Diddy drama, and everything is coming out. So who are these rappers that Diddy used and made them cry? Let's start with the bombshell everyone's talking about for over a year. That leaked audio allegedly featuring Meek Mill and Diddy in a compromising situation. A former security guard claims he recorded it during one of those notorious freak-offs.
You personally, you think they got tapes?
Well, my personal opinion that if Lil Rob could be trusted and his statement are true, they got him. They got tapes and stuff.
Now, if Diddy had tapes, the feds have them. That's a lot of blackmail.
The guard says these recordings weren't just one-offs. According to him, there's footage of several major artists in similar situations, recorded without their consent. Footage the FBI now has in their possession as part of their ongoing investigation. And that's where things get really interesting. One of the earliest tape them seem to have is allegedly that of Usher.
Lived with Sean Puffy Combs for a year.
You know what I just realized? This makes sense because if you guys remember, Puffy was famous for shiny suits.
Yeah.
Think about that. He was famous for shiny suits. It does make sense that he liked that much baby oil. He was the one that made the shiny suits.
Started talking. Yeah.
If you really think about it, he loved shiny suits. He literally...
He was already giving the symbolism in front of us.
Yes, he literally had this attraction to shiny shit. Puffy like weird, like, and he put men in shiny suits. That's just crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you really think about it, like, he really was into that.
Yep.
That right there, you could correlate the two together. Like, 1 + 1 = 2.
Exactly.
Wow. I mean, I'm just realizing that now because I was seeing him in that leather.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wait a minute. He did that song. He was the one that, like, everybody was cracking on people for shiny suits.
All the time.
He had Mace in a shiny suit. I don't know, man. I think that's where his fetish started. He had a huge fetish, man.
You weirdo.
That's the crazy thing. Now, that was L.A. Reid's idea, right? We're sending you over to something called Puffy Flavor Camp.
There you go.
To learn
Flavor Camp.
Yeah,
Flavor
that's
Camp.
what it was called. And you're going to go to Puff Daddy's. He's going
In the 90s, do you understand what that's like?
Puffy's place was like just filled with chicks and orgying like nonstop, right?
No, not really. I mean, but hey, it was curious. I got a chance to see some things.
Yeah, but you were 13. What were you seeing?
I went there to see the lifestyle.
Right.
And I saw it. And it was but I don't know if I could indulge and understand what I was even looking at. It was pretty wild.
So nobody tried to, some woman didn't come along.
I didn't say that.
Okay.
I didn't say that. What I did say is that there were very curious things taking place. And I didn't necessarily understand it.
Biggie Smalls was there.
Biggie Smalls was there. Lil' Kim, Craig Mack.
All these people are hanging around.
Yeah, man. Faith Evans.
And your parents
Jodeci,
were
Mary
okay?
J. Blige, they didn't know nothing about this.
Oh.
I was having a good time, you know what I mean?
Most people forget that Usher lived with Diddy when he was.
Yo, listen, folks, I'm telling you, bro. Like the one question I always have when I see this type of stuff is, how do the parents let these children go? It's like the parents' greed for money and fame that they're willing to sell their kid. Because that's what you're doing. I mean, I don't get what parent isn't going to be present during this thing. I don't care how talented my child is. I don't care how talented my child is. I'm not going to release him to some manager or some whoever. No, I'm going to make sure I'm there with my child. I don't give a yo, I don't care. There ain't none of that. And my child is definitely not going out of my custody for not even an hour or 15 minutes. You know what I'm saying? If my child is underage, I'm sorry. My child is going to be with me. I'm going to be right there. I'm the manager. I'm the everything, and I don't care if you're the manager. I'm the parent.
Yep.
So, yeah, even if you get a manager, I don't care. Even if it goes to where you get a manager to manage your child, I'm still the parent, and I want to be there. You're not taking my kid nowhere. Sorry.
Nope.
Sorry. Oh, you can't fit on the bus. Well, then my kid can't go neither. Sorry, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. There's no excuse for that. There's no excuse for that. There's absolutely no excuse for that.
Nope.
He was just 13 years old as part of his mentorship program. But according to multiple industry insiders, this arrangement took a dark turn when Usher allegedly ended up hospitalized after one particular night at Diddy's mansion.
Mind me asking, because I know the topic is sensitive. What happened to Usher?
Kid to the hospital. How you send him to the hospital? Man, nigga was bleeding from the butt. And that's what was said. I didn't even have a name for the kid at the time.
So is he saying that he took him to the hospital and he didn't even have a name for him? Like, he didn't even really know his name. So basically, Diddy made him take him to the hospital. Do you see what I'm trying to say? Do you see what I'm getting at, y'all? Like, look at this. Look at his parents allowed him, or his mom or his dad, whoever was his guardian, allowed him to go and do this and go to Diddy's house and go do this with the man, because it was the manager, L.A. Reid, that gave him, you know what I'm saying, to this Diddy camp. And look at what happened. So your child wasn't even in good hands. Your child was with a dude that didn't even know his name. With his back blown out. Like, that's sad, man. That right there is sad, bro.
Nigga was bleeding from the butt. And that's what was said. I didn't even have a name for the kid at the time. Then you heard, and that's what happened.
Wow.
So, and just to hear this, and this new thing where they saying that they got kids coming forward and said that he did that, man, that's crazy.
In his own interviews years later, Usher kept things vague, only saying Diddy showed him another side of the industry and exposed him to things he wasn't ready for. Reading between the lines now, those statements hit completely different.
Have you doing any chores? Are you doing dishes at all? I mean, to keep you humble somewhat? Or are you just like, can you stay up till 4 a.m. with them and party?
I mean, I could. I actually stayed up longer than them.
And do you have money? What's going on?
I mean, I had like per diem.
Yeah.
I had like, you know,
What
like
a
a living.
life.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
14 years old. You're a dad now. Would you ever send your kid to Puffy camp?
Hell no.
There you go. That says it all right there. Hell to the hell, nah, 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 nah.
Well, then, like
So do you see what I'm trying to say? So see, even Usher that went would not send their child, would not send his own kids, but yet his parents sent him. Like, did you not notice a difference in your child?
I mean, come on now.
But that's what I'm trying
No
to say.
child
This
will
is
be the
greed.
same.
This is greed. This all has to do with greed.
Yep.
You are willing to sacrifice your child's safety for money. Because we already know and heard these stories about these child stars that made millions of dollars, and then when they become 18 are broke and have no money because their parents spent it all.
Yep.
Like, it's messed up. I mean, they made a new law for that now, where I think a percentage goes away in a savings for the child. They have a new law for that now. So like the kid, yeah. So thank God they did that.
Producer, who worked closely with both of them during that era, came forward saying Usher was noticeably different after that hospitalization. More reserved, less trusting. And if you notice, Usher rarely talks about those years now, always changing the subject when it comes up. But Usher isn't the only one. Another tape allegedly in the FBI's possession features YK Osiris. His bizarre behavior raised serious questions about his relationship with Diddy. The timeline here is crucial. In early 2021, YK announced he was facing financial hardship and sold off all his luxury vehicles. Lamborghinis, Bentleys, all gone. Then mysteriously, weeks later, he's posting from an exclusive resort in Jamaica, coincidentally where Diddy...
Yo, bro, just look at that face, man. That, like, that something seems off with this picture. Something seems terribly off with this picture. Look at him. Why's he got his face covered? Like, what is up with that? If he was with Diddy there, I mean, that just looked weird.
Mm-hmm.
Diddy was staying.
Yeah, for sure, man. I went broke so goddamn quick, man. Like, back then, like 3 years, like 2.5, not 3 years ago, when Reactor came out, man, I blew that money so goddamn fast, man.
What did you buy?
Shit. I gave my mama like $250, and then by the time you know it, taxes.
Exactly.
I said, because I ain't know, like, the taxes come out now, they come out during that year. By the time you know my account said, this how much you owe? I said, yeah.
How much did you owe?
I think I was like 190 or something.
190,000?
Yeah, something like that. But it was crazy. The money went so quick, bro. It like when you don't have it, it's like when you get it, your mindset changed so many things. Like you start buying so much things.
When directly questioned about the nature of their relationship on The Breakfast Club, his reaction spoke volumes. Instead of denying anything, he blushed and laughed nervously throughout the segment.
Have you ever met Diddy?
Yeah.
Okay. Did he ask you to party? Party?
Man.
Maybe put his fantasies on you.
Bad tonight.
Every time I want to do that man's the vibe. That must be Diddy bopping. I be trying to learn how to Diddy bop. That man fight.
Now you know.
And now, with the FBI combing through hours of recovered footage, sources say there's a tape, one that might finally explain why Osiris's behavior changed so drastically and what really happened during those private vacations. Because if what's on that tape is even half as disturbing as insiders claim, this scandal is just getting started, and Diddy might not be the only one going down. And we can't forget Aaron Carter, who struggled with substance and mental health issues before his tragic death. According to those close to him, Aaron...
Wow, that's a huge difference. Look at him. Did you see the difference? See, this is what I'm talking about with parents, like parents just like selling their kids' soul, bro. That's like you sacrificing your child.
Sad.
Like you sacrificing your child.
I don't know how a parent could do that. Like,
You are offering your child as a sacrificial.
Lamb.
Like, come on. Like, yo, is people really that greedy? Like, are you really, like, your child? I mean, like, really think about this. This is your child.
They don't care. They figured the money will eventually help.
Help what? There's no, I mean, help what? Your kid is, wow.
Aaron had attended several industry parties in his youth that left him deeply troubled.
I get back to the Sheraton Hotel at Universal over here. There's 4 FBI agents waiting for me in the hotel room. And my mom's there and she's like, tell them what happened. And I'm like, what do you mean tell them what happened? And I sit down with them and they all ask these super sexually exploiting you know, questions, backsided questions, and I knew that at my age already. And I looked at all 4 of them and I said, are y'all crazy? I said, what you think I'm gonna do? Tell you that Michael did something bad so that we can sue him for money? That's what I told him. I was like, you're crazy. And I looked over at my mom and I was like, are you serious, Mom? I was like, what is going on here? Why are you letting this happen? And she goes, well, I think something happened, you know, I think something. I'm like, really?
So you see that? You think something happened, right? But you're not there. This is all about money. This is all see what I'm trying to say?
Oh, I remember.
They using their kid. Think about this. They using no, but I'm saying in this situation, and this is exactly what I'm trying to say. I know, but just what I'm saying is this: is that you let your kid go with somebody that you don't know. Then on top of it, you're like, oh, this is a money grab. So either way, which way, it all has to do with monetary. It's all about the money. Yep. So you use them both ways. Yep. And then you're trying to force him to say something that never happened, according to him, with Michael. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of parents were doing that. And a lot of the people, like, you know, what's that kid's name? Macaulay Culkin, he even said, he's like, that never happened with me. But then there's other ones that said it did. But for the most part, what I'm trying to say is these parents is greedy. It's all greed. They're using their kids as pawns, no matter which way it is. They're basically, you know, doing that to make this type of money. And it's just like I just don't get where your head is at. I just don't get it. That's why the kid got messed up. That's why he got messed up and was on what he was on.
Oh, yeah, because something did happen. Just not the way the parent wanted it.
Well, I could be honest with you. Maybe it wasn't even that. Maybe it was just his parents were so messed up.
No, I remember the stories with Aaron Carter. I followed him a lot.
But my point is, I'm saying his parents are so messed up that if they were actually being proper parents,
yeah, he could have.
He would be normal. He would probably be, you know. It's just crazy. It's crazy.
That man did nothing but be hospitable, kind, loving, giving, everything you can think of.
A former manager claimed Aaron had been introduced to circles he wasn't prepared for during his teen years. In the months before his passing, Aaron had reportedly begun opening up about traumatic experiences at Hollywood gatherings, though he never named Diddy specifically.
Only bad thing about a star is they burn up.
Oh my God, they left him with Diddy?
Do you regret ever getting involved?
I didn't have a choice. It got bad when I was about 15 years old. Because when I did MTV Cribs, the day that I had to go show off that house, my mom and my dad told me, we're getting a divorce, but you still have to go do this. I had to go show off all the stuff my whole life that was going to be taken away from me.
So you see that? So even though their parents were getting a divorce, it was so damn greedy, they made him do MTV Cribs, even though he was like, I mean, come on, you know how traumatic that is for kids when they experience a breakup, especially if it's a toxic breakup between two parents that the child loves and they can't understand, but yet they still force them to do it. That's just outrageous. That's just bugged out. That is bugged out, man.
Speaking of industry exploitation, let's talk about Burna Boy, a surprising name that came up in recent allegations. In 2020, Diddy suddenly became very involved with Burna Boy, executive producing his album Twice as Tall, despite the two having no previous working relationship. During that period, they were constantly seen together on social media. This collaboration sparked rumors and speculation, including unverified claims about the nature of their relationship that circulated online, alongside questionable imagery that some alleged was manipulated. While it appeared to be a standard collaboration on the surface, industry insiders have questioned the abrupt nature of their partnership and how quickly it dissolved once the album was completed. Then there's Orlando Brown, who has been the only one bold enough to talk about what Diddy actually did to him.
Yo, Diddy, you gave me the Ushkash Kusmash. You gave me the Ushkash Muaf, the Smushmash. Diddy.
All right, so this right here is the one that I never understood. Is he trolling? Or is he making light of the situation because he's so traumatically damaged? Or like is he trolling?
I don't feel like... okay.
Or is he high? Because I remember I seen him on a video very high and he got kicked out of somebody's house.
Yeah.
that he was staying at. So I just don't know with Orlando Brown.
I know that
What's really going on.
The saying with him is that he's actually not as crazy, like most of the time. He's not that crazy. It's just that he has to play that off because that's the only way that he's able to tell his truth.
So this is a coping mechanism for him. Is basically trying to make light of it, but giving you a little bit of truth.
So that they don't him off.
Got you.
He has
to
make
crazy. Himself look. This is the way he copes with it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, got you. That's just wild. That's wild.
Yeah, son. Gotta say no to Diddy. If it's new booty in the building, you know he gonna get it.
Oh, damn.
Don't take your girlfriend to a Diddy party.
You can take the but he wants you.
In several interviews, Orlando...
Yo, that's wild. He said you could take her, but he gonna want you. Wow, so he was prepping for prison. He was prepping for prison. He prepped,
Orlando explicitly stated that Diddy forced him with multiple rappers, including some of the biggest names in the industry. Rather than viewing these as delusional claims, some industry veterans now suggest Orlando might be deliberately acting unstable as a protection mechanism. Music journalist Jaguar Wright recently stated, Orlando knows exactly what he's doing. Acting crazy gives him freedom to speak truths no one would believe otherwise. It's a survival tactic in this industry.
There we go.
Yo, that is slick though. That is smart. That's actually a smart tactic if you think about it.
Oh yeah.
Ain't nothing happened to him, and he talks like But if you act like it, people are gonna think you are. But it's you're actually putting it out there.
Like what he does is I know one thing he does too is he'll throw in some lies with the truth.
Purposely. So that they don't, so basically, people just shrug it off and then it's just like, okay, all right, wow, okay. Makes sense.
Okay. Okay.
And I definitely don't sit with people who make child porn films.
It's not our fault that Justin Bieber got by Diddy.
It's not our fault that Usher didn't want to get fucked by Diddy anymore. It is not our fault that Usher didn't want to get fucked by Diddy anymore.
Yo, son, the wanted to be rich, son.
Listen to me. He turned Justin Bieber into a pocket pussy.
Son.
The fuck?
They
put the baby on. No, I put the coke in the car on. Yeah. I put the coke in. That Bieber.
Yo, these two together are just like
a crazy combination.
Dad, putting them together, because I've always seen her and I've always seen him, but putting them together, it's just like you don't know what to believe, man.
Yeah.
Because they seem like shit. There's just like watching them together is just like, yo, make no sense, but okay.
Wrong. You're gonna walk away.
That makes sense.
Another artist caught in this web of allegations is Brycer Gray from Empire. According to multiple sources, Brycer's career trajectory changed dramatically after attending certain industry parties. Jaguar Wright made headlines when she claimed that Will Smith was the one who gave Brycer to Diddy. While the details remain vague, the timing aligns with Brycer's sudden career decline.
As far as Will Smith is concerned, until he does right by all of those children that were harmed and corrupted while in his care. Children that grew up to be men. Boys like Bashir Gray. August Alsina. Your own son
Following the end of the empire, Breesher's promising career inexplicably stalled. Then came his bizarre arrest involving a SWAT standoff, followed by claims of mental health issues. Industry contacts completely stopped taking his calls. What's most disturbing about all these allegations is how they connect to warnings we've heard for years from respected figures in the industry. Cat Williams has been sounding the alarm about Diddy's behind-the-scenes activities for over a decade. In multiple interviews, Cat claimed he turned down millions of dollars to preserve his integrity, specifically mentioning refusing inappropriate advances from powerful industry figures. These aren't just random accusations anymore. Joseph Manzaro's civil lawsuit explicitly describes being drugged and brought to a Diddy party against his will through an underground tunnel. The lawsuit names multiple high-profile celebrities who were allegedly present, including A-list actors and artists. Court documents reveal that Diddy's legal team has desperately tried to get the case thrown out, or at least delayed, but the judge denied these requests, stating the evidence presented warranted further investigation. The rumor circulating in industry circles is that these tapes aren't just being used for the current investigation, they're potentially leveraged against every major artist who was involved. This might explain why the industry has been surprisingly quiet about the allegations, with few peers either defending or condemning Diddy. A person made a comment that said, "This Diddy shit is not a joke at all. This man been doing this industry shit for years. They finally got him, and a whole lot of y'all favorite people finna get called out in the process." Another insider commented, "The names we are going to confirm will shock you. The Diddy case is ramping up, and it's bigger than anyone first imagined. It's all of them." What's your take on all this? Could these alleged tapes bring down more than just Diddy? Are we finally seeing the dark underbelly of the music industry exposed? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Remember,
Yo,
I wouldn't doubt it if it's gonna take down more than just Diddy, because I know Diddy ain't the only one.
yeah, I think it's gonna bring down.
In this.
I think everybody that ends up going to trial and testifying is gonna end up being brought down too, because a lot of them had involvements. Don't let that fool you.
Yep.
Don't let, just because they on the stand on the, you know what I'm saying, on the plaintiff or whatever, don't let that fool you thinking that a lot of these people didn't cooperate in a lot of these things. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the underage shit, sorry. You know what I'm saying? You can't speak up for yourself. You're underage. You don't know better. But anybody that's older and that is a full adult, I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? You got every right to walk out, and you got every right to, you can say no. People have said no to Diddy and survived it. You just say no. Especially if you hear this is going on. If I'm hearing something's going on at a certain place or whatever, I'm not gonna indulge over there.
Yeah.
If they say, yo, it's weird over there, they be doing this, that, and the third, I'm not gonna be over there.
Nah.
That's not my type of place. So why am I'm not even gonna check for myself. I'm just not gonna go. Because that's not what I'm into. I'm not into that. I'm not into that. So there's absolutely no reason for me to be there. And like I said, these parents, man, these parents need Jesus, man.
Yes, they do.
They need Jesus, man. You're selling your kids' souls. And I mean, look at like these kids, look what they turn into. Look what they grow up to be.
I know.
Like they all grow up in their head.
Because no child knows how to deal with that. Like,
yeah.
You know?
I mean, because you're going through your growing process.
Like the person that you feel like you should trust is telling you that it's okay or to hide it.
Yeah, that's just crazy. And then trying to manipulate you into other things. That being said, what do you guys think? Do you guys think that they're going to charge Diddy? You think a lot more people are going down? Do you think there's a lot of people that, are acting as plaintiffs and they're actually should be on the, be a defendant? You know what I'm saying? Because I'm going to be honest with you. I think a lot of people that are speaking up, it was cool when it was going on. You know what I'm saying? And, hey, that being said, if you're new to the channel, don't forget to comment, subscribe, thumbs up, slap that red button.